everything disappears. But she takes away an important lesson. Sometimes we just need to follow our curiosity and not be afraid to ask questions, even if the answers don't always make sense. Have you ever felt like Alice? Curious, intrigued, or even trapped in a completely different world? Well, here's the story of a young girl who follows a white rabbit into a world that is truly magical. It all begins with Alice, a cheerful young girl. Bored in a garden, she spots a white rabbit in a hurry, and without a second thought, she decides to follow it. Without hesitation, Alice follows the rabbit and falls into a very deep hole, and that's where her strange adventure begins. After falling, Alice suddenly finds herself in a world full of color, with sizes changing all around her. She starts wondering, where am I? Why does this world feel so different? In this world full of riddles, Alice discovers a bottle labeled "Drink Me." Curious, she drinks it and her body shrinks instantly. Not long after, she finds a cake with the words "Eat Me" written on it. Alice eats it, and her body grows back to its normal size. Try not to get confused because in Wonderland, everything can change in the blink of an eye. Alice then encounters the Queen of Hearts, a ruler who is very stubborn and loves to scream, "Off with her head." Will Alice survive in this tense world? Amidst her confusion, Alice meets Cheshire Cat, a cat that can disappear and appear at will. It gives her cryptic advice. If you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which path you take. At a chaotic tea party, Alice meets the Mad Hatter and the March Hare, two characters who seem to always be celebrating without any particular reason. One thing's for sure, their conversations never make sense. "Why is the tea always cold?" Alice asks. "Because we never have time to drink it," answers the Mad Hatter with a big smile. Next, Alice meets a blue caterpillar sitting on a mushroom. Confidently, the caterpillar asks, "Who are you?" Alice, confused, has no idea who she really is in this world. During her visit to the palace, Alice is faced with living cards that work for the Queen of Hearts. These aren't just ordinary cards, they can move and talk. The temperamental Queen of Hearts doesn't hesitate to give orders to punish anyone who interferes with her plans, shouting, "Off with their heads!" One of the Queen's favorite games is croquet, but it's not your typical croquet. The mallets are live flamingos and the balls are hedgehogs. Who could possibly win in such a wild game? Cheshire Cat reappears to tell Alice that no matter which path she chooses, as long as she knows what she wants to achieve, everything will be okay. On the other side of this world, Alice meets the White Queen, who is much gentler and full of love. The contrast between the two queens is striking, like night and day. Throughout her adventure, Alice's size keeps changing. She can become very large or small in a matter of seconds, just like the ever-shifting world of Wonderland. Alice soon finds herself in a trial led by the Queen of Hearts. With absurd punishments and testimonies from unreliable cards, she must figure out how to handle it. Alice finally gathers the courage to stand up for herself in this chaotic trial, revealing the truth about who she is. As everything seems to spiral further into nonsense, Alice finally realizes, Wonderland isn't real. It's all just a dream. And when Alice wakes up, everything disappears. But she takes away an important lesson. Sometimes we just need to follow our curiosity and not be afraid to ask questions, even if the answers don't always make sense. Alice's adventure teaches us that the world is full of wonder. Sometimes we just need to see it through different eyes. So, when will you follow your own white rabbit?